Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. There is before I start, let me just announce some not changes for say, but rather we had a problem with our recording, so unfortunately we did lose the recording from this point onwards. This particular part was missing. So my plan is, so I had to replay the whole game again, like literally. So we're actually on this save file. So what we're gonna do, my plan is we're gonna continue, and then I will switch over to the original save file once we reach this particular save point, and then I'll just edit in the continuation of that part, if that makes sense. So yeah, we kind of lost this part before the part when we took on the boss for this area for our training mission. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but don't worry, I am planning to order I think I'm planning to replace my capture card. I think this has been quite old, I think 4 years already, and it uses a very weird connector, USB-A to micro USB, so I suspect that's what's causing the unstable connection to my PC, as well as the power draw, the unstable power draw when in PC free mode. Anywho, so without further ado, let's redo again this part. Sorry for the delay in the video, but yes, what to do. So you might see some stuff a bit different. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Not sure what the frame is dropping.
Have to be like this.
Fire carnival!
Blade! Now, close in and clean up! Furious blast!
Side blast!
Subtended destroyed. Move in and strike.
Slide! Slinger!
Okay, here comes the pain! Don't let up! Keep firing!
I think there's hope! Hit him again for me!
Yeah.
Shadow strike.
Yes!
Appreciate
Now
it.
get in close!
Now it's my turn.
Slide! Slinger! Fire carnival!
The battle music is awesome.
I could do that better.
That was relatively fast.
We are awesome!
Yes, we are.
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too.
No words
Now
come
let's
out.
get down to business and install that data probe.
I'm still a bit annoyed.
Stay here for long. There's no telling what other playmates might show up.
I'm still annoyed that our main character is mute.
This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site.
Okay.
It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods.
Oh dear.
Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Okay.
need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Yay!
Excellent. See, at the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
Wait, we have to buy the
That's for your
thing?
training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Ah dear. I'm just wondering who on earth is our enemy in this game. Segment recon. So once you plant the probe, it will tell us what's in the area, I guess. Whether be it a tyrant or a treasure or... Okay. But you can see the map is flipping huge, man. Look how big this map is. Oh god. Well, we're gonna have fun doing this. Vehicle wreckage? Alien wreckage. Oh, so I guess we could go here, but maybe a bit later. Yeah, the poor lad can't jump, so we have to go around this way. I think we already collected this treasure off camera. Okay, let's head back before anything disastrous happens. Where's home base? Should be this way. Oops. Network console. I guess if you have friends, you could probably do missions together, I guess. But I don't have any friends, so sad. Okay, so
Commander Vandam.
Well, now look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less.
Not really. We kind of We were
That was
overleveled.
reckless and goddamn magnificent.
Woo! We did it! Woohoo! Okay, we are done. Okay, we're gonna stop recording and we're going to switch over to the new recording. So give me 1 sec. Hello everyone, we're back. We just stopped recording so that we can switch over to our current save file. I've confirmed that the footage is not the footage is good. So yes, there will be a slight variation, of course, in terms of the items and the ranks that we are currently at. So without further ado, let's continue, shall we? With our original save file.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
Wait, what?
Bet?
What on earth were you betting
I'm
on?
sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me.
Lol. I bet they bet. I hope he didn't. Hope the bet didn't go too far.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow?
Yep.
Not much for conversation, are you?
Except that we are mute, so we can't
you still
say
haven't
yes
told
or
us
no.
why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade.
Oh god.
Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akerlof and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division.
Oh dear.
Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Oh, that's harsh.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it.
That sounds like my kind of thing.
It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? Alright, Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators.
Oh.
These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators.
Okay.
It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person.
Well, that's not my kind of thing.
Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
That's a lot of crap to do.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. Alright, you ready to choose?
Oh dear, let's think about it.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Oh dear. So... this looks fun too, being a curator. Prospector. I think we'll go with Pathfinders first. What do you think?
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
A blade, whatever that.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
So yeah, I think this will be right up our alley lah.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Oh dear.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Okay, so that oh wow, recommended level 9. Crap. Okay guys, that marks the end of chapter 2. So in the next episode we're gonna head out on our first mission as the Pathfinder in chapter 3. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.